In today's home front, as the national unemployment rate is hovering at a historically low 3.5%, military spouses are experiencing depression-level unemployment, 21% unemployed, despite the fact that they are as a whole more educated and skilled than their contemporaries. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers have been proposing legislation to change that for years with very little success. But this year, a bipartisan group of senators led by Democrat Tim Kaine and Republican John Boozman hope that the nationwide worker shortage could actually help them pass a tax incentive for hiring spouses of service members. They say companies are missing out on a valuable pool of employees.
I would argue that, a military spouse, it really is a special person. I mean, to keep all of this together, at home and do all that they have to do, they understand they have to be pretty disciplined, pretty organized. And just is a great talent pool that's sitting there.
But I do think with a low unemployment rate, the time has kind of come for this, because everybody's saying, well, gosh, we really need to find good employees, and there's no better kind of big reserve of really talented people with skills than military spouses.
Now, companies often pass on hiring military spouses because they do move every 2 to 3 years. But the Military Spouse Hiring Act that these two senators are championing would try to guarantee companies are not going to lose what they invest in hiring and training, giving companies a tax credit of up to $2,400, a similar but smaller tax credit that businesses get for hiring veterans. Military family life, of course, comes with a number of financial hardships like out-of-pocket housing expenses and moving costs. But we've also seen some alarming trends of food insecurity in the military, and that has Democrats and Republicans worried that highly trained men and women in the military are actually incentivized to leave the all-volunteer force so that their spouses can also work and increase their household income.
So all of these issues combine to create this huge problem, and then it becomes a retention problem where people don't stay in the military if they feel like, well, staying in, it's just going to continue to hobble my spouse's opportunities.
Americans I talk to don't always seem to make that leap, that the military spouse unemployment piece is a force readiness issue. How do you get that across to them?
We simply aren't going to have a volunteer army. And we're seeing that right now. We've got full employment in most of our states. Unemployment is so very low. Recruiting is difficult right now.
Still, there is a lot of work ahead to get that bill through Congress once lawmakers return starting next week. While there's broad bipartisan support for the bill in both the House and Senate, there are huge fights brewing right now over spending and Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville's hold on all senior military promotions. We'll be right back.